السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Hello, this is the second part of the fifth chapter, which is about Protostomian Coelomates. In this video, we will see the phylum Arthropoda. Arthropoda is the largest phylum in the animal kingdom. They are bilaterally symmetrical invertebrates. The distinguishing feature of arthropods is the presence of a jointed skeletal covering called exoskeleton composed of chitin bound to protein. The body of arthropoda is usually segmented, and the segments bear paired jointed appendages, from which the name arthropod, jointed feet, is derived. About 1 million arthropod species have been described, of which most are insects. Zoologists estimate the total number of insect species alone to be as high as 5.5 million. Their nervous system consists of a dorsal brain and a double or single ventral nerve cord. Their appendages are typically specialized for different functions. The phylum Arthropoda is commonly divided into four subphyla of extant animals: Chelicerata, Crustacea, Hexapoda, and Myriapoda. The body of chelicerates is divided into two parts: prosoma, called also cephalothorax, and opistosoma, called also the abdomen. They do not have antennae. The first pair of appendages consists of chelicera flanking the mouth. In most chelicerates, the other prosomal appendages are a pair of pedipalps and four pairs of legs. The first class is Merostomata. They are large marine chelicerates. The prosoma is covered by a dorsal carapace, and the opistosoma bears a long terminal spine. This is our example here, Limulus polyphemus. The second class is the class of Arachnida. They are principally terrestrial arthropods. The prosomal appendages consist of one pair of chelicera, one pair of pedipalps, and four pairs of legs. These are three examples from three different orders: Scorpiomoreus from the order Scorpiones, Sirba algerina from the order Arania, and Ixodis ricinus from the order Ixodidia. The second subphylum is Crustacea. They are mainly aquatic animals. The head bears two pairs of antennae, one pair of mandibles, and two pairs of maxilla. The trunk is highly variable but commonly covered in part or entirely by a carapace. Most species have two compound eyes. Here an example from the class of Malacostraca. This is the species Coelomates. The third subphylum is Myriapoda. Most myriapods are terrestrial. They bear a pair of antennae, a pair of mandibles, and one or two pairs of maxilla. Respiratory organs of Myriapoda are trachea. To the subphylum Myriapoda belongs two classes, the class of Chilopoda and the class of Diplopoda. Chilopoda have elongated body with many trunk segments, each segment with one pair of legs. They have two pairs of maxilla covered by a large pair of poison claws. The eyes, if present, are simple ocelli. Our example here is Geophilus carpophagus. Diplopoda are elongate arthropods. They have a trunk containing many diplosegments. Each diplosegment bears two pairs of legs and spiracles. However, the first four segments are not diplosegments. The eyes, if present, are simple ocelli. Our example here is Oxydus gracilis. The fourth subphylum is Hexapoda. Hexa means six and poda means feet, so they are arthropods that have 6 feet. Hexapoda are subdivided into two classes, Entognatha and Insecta. Entognatha are wingless hexapods. Their mouth parts are internal, enclosed within a pouch in the head capsule called the gnathor pouch. Here is an example, Orchicella cincta from the order Columbola. The second class is the class of Insecta. This is the most important class of all the animal kingdom. The body is composed of a head, a thorax, and an abdomen. The head bears simple eyes and usually a pair of lateral compound eyes. It bears also one pair of maxilla and one labium. The insect's mouthparts are external, unlike Intognatha species. The thorax is composed of 3 segments, each with a pair of legs, and the second and third usually bearing wings. The abdomen of 11 segments doesn't bear any appendages in the adult. Insects are subdivided into 2 subclasses, Apterygota and Pterygota. Apterygota are distinguished from other insects by the absence of wings, and that the young after hatching resemble adults and do not undergo any metamorphosis. Our example here is Lepisma saccharina. The second subclass, Pterygota, includes orders of winged insects, but also some orders of wingless insects. The majority of insects are classified with the Pterygota subclass. There are many orders that belong to the class Insecta. In this video, we will see only the most important orders. The first order is Orthoptera. They have elongated hind legs and musculature adapted for jumping. They have mandibulate mouthparts for biting and chewing, and large compound eyes. They have 2 pairs of wings. The forewings are hard at the base, while the hind wings are membranous. The antennae of Orthoptera are filiform and have multiple joints. Orthopterans have incomplete metamorphosis. Our example here is the desert locust Schistocerca gregaria. The second order is the order of Diptera, or flies. The head bears the compound eyes, antennae, and the mouthparts. The second segment of the thorax bears a single pair of membranous wings. The third segment bears the halters, which help the insect to balance during flight. Diptera have a complete metamorphosis with 4 distinct life stages: egg, larva, pupa, and adult. Our example here is the domestic fly, Musca domestica. The third order is Hymenoptera. They usually have 2 pairs of membranous wings. They have large compound eyes and typically 3 simple ocelli. The forward margin of the hind wing bears a number of hooked bristles called hamuli, which lock onto the forewing, keeping them held together. The larvae of Hymenoptera develop through complete metamorphosis. The most important and common example of Hymenoptera is the honeybee Apis mellifera. The fourth order is Lepidoptera, butterflies. They occur a complete metamorphosis. They are characterized by their 4 scale-covered wings. These scales are pigmented, which gives butterfly wings their colors. Our example here is Bombyx mori. This is the domestic silk moth, Bombyx mori. The fifth order is Coleoptera. They occur complete metamorphosis. Their front pair of wings are hard, called elytra, and they typically have a hard exoskeleton including the elytra. Our example is Coccinella septempunctata. This is the common ladybug, or 7-spotted ladybug, called scientifically Coccinella septempunctata. In the next chapter, we will see Deuterostomian coelomates. Assalamu alaikum.